How to attract destiny helpers is our topic for discussion today. And as always, you as a viewer, you are warmly welcome to the Let's Talk show on DS Online TVGH with Dr. Reverend Israel Abambillah. I know you are wondering if it is even possible to attract a destiny helper. Of course it is. And Reverend is here today to help us know how to do that or to give us some tips. So stick and stay with us, enjoy the conversation and pick one or two things for yourself. Reverend, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Please, how have you been?
Oh, by the grace, I'm doing well.
Ministry, family, how are you managing everything?
The grace of God is sufficient. Everything is fine.
All right, we thank God for that. Please, let's just zoom right into today's topic for discussion.
Okay.
Is there something called a destiny helper, or are there people known as destiny helpers? And if there are, how do we get to know who a destiny helper is?
Okay. Of course, we have destiny helpers.
Okay.
And if we want to spiritualize it, we call them divine helpers.
Okay.
Because they need to be assigned by God into your life. Destiny helpers are those that God positioned them on your path to greatness.
Okay.
To be able to assist you in your area of inadequacies. No man was born with everything.
Okay.
Every man was born with disability. Disability in the sense that there are things that you can do that I cannot do.
Okay.
There are things that you have that I don't. No man has it all. So on your path to greatness, there are people that possess what you don't have. And God placed them on your path to greatness so that they can help you actualize your dreams and visions. But they come in different forms. I don't know whether maybe we'll later come to that.
Yeah.
They come in different forms. Yes, but destiny helpers exist.
Okay.
And even God himself needed man to fulfill his purpose on this earth. So Jesus was born as a man because God needed man. And all Jesus' life's ministry, many people came on his way to assist him. One of them was John the Baptist.
Yeah.
One of them was Simon, the one that carried the cross on his way to Golgotha.
Yeah.
And one way or the other, even women were able to assist Jesus Christ fulfill his dreams and visions as the Son of God. So even if Christ had divine helpers or destiny helpers that helped him, then we need them more.
Yeah. Okay, so do they always come in the form of human beings, or are there other forms that we get connected to our destiny helpers?
Okay. They come in the form of human beings once the name is destiny helpers.
Okay.
But it appears in different forms. It comes through human beings, but it also comes in different forms and shapes.
Please let us understand the forms and shapes.
Well, some come directly to us. Some it takes time to realize that they really help us. Now, some comes in the form of money.
Okay.
Some also come in the form of material things. Some also come in the form of advice. Some also come in the form of association.
Okay.
Some also come in the form of connections.
Okay.
And sometimes even the gifted people that we encounter. So destiny helpers are there, but they come based on your need per time. People that God intend to use to meet your basic needs per time regarding to where you are going.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you differentiate between a true destiny helper and someone who is just coming into your life as a form of distraction?
Yes. In every original, there is a duplicate or there is counterfeit.
Yeah.
And some of these destiny helpers and then distractors, the distractors, some of them you're able to know them immediately.
Okay.
But some of them, it will take you a longer time to discover that this person wasn't a divine helper, but a distractor.
Okay.
One of the ways to know a destiny helper is somebody who really sit back, monitor your life, see where you are going, and decided to assist you get there. It could be a relative, it may not be, but somebody who has actually monitored your life for a certain period of time, understood your nature, understood your dreams and visions, and they decided to come in different ways to help you get there. Now, we can also identify a distractor when their mission and their assistance is not leading us to where we are going.
Okay.
For example, maybe you want to go to University of Legon to read medicine. Then you meet somebody on the way who say, well, Sonny, I don't think that reading medicine is a big deal. Let's go to Tamahabo and see if we can sell 1 or 2 fish to make some money. And then you get there and later realize that even to get the fish, you need money. And even with the money, you need clients.
Yeah.
You need customers.
Yes.
You don't even have that. So after spending 2-3 years, you return back. Your purpose of selling the fish could not materialize. Your vision of becoming a graduate or reading medicine at University of Legon did not also materialize. So you realize that the one who suggested that you should go and then invest into business became a distractor to where you are going.
Okay.
So sometimes if the person's contribution is not cushioning you, is not helping you, is not assisting you get to where you are going, then that person is termed a distractor.
Okay.
But people that come and help us become who we are, they are the destiny helpers.
Okay.
Yes.
So are the destiny helpers always long-term connections, or some can be temporary?
Yes, we have long-term destiny helpers and we have short-term destiny helpers. There are people who have vowed that as long as I live, I am part of Sonia's vision and dreams.
Okay.
They are able to help you with their prayers, with their financial support, with suggestions and other ways to help you become what you intended to be. But there are some, they come once a while. They come at the time you need them.
And
when
they
their
are
mission
gone.
is accomplished, they are gone and you may never see them the rest of your life. For example, one young man wanted to commit suicide.
Okay.
And then I came through at that particular time. And then he told me why he wanted to do that. I was able to talk him out of it.
Okay.
After that, for many years now, we have not met. So I was able to help him change his mind of committing suicide. And I was able to help him. But right after that, we don't have any further communication after a period of time. So just once at a go. So there are people that comes into our lives just at once. And there are some, they stay for the rest of their lives. But those who stay for the rest of their lives are very, very few.
Okay.
You see, when you are aspiring to become great, you move life in stages. And every stage with the people that you need. Once you move from that stage, their services may not
Be needed again.
Yes, so you have to change a face of people. So it depends on where you are going, how sooner you want to get there, and how later you want to get there. But it is hard to get people that will stick with you for the rest of their lives.
Okay.
I met one woman in Ho, and the woman was so much supportive and said, anything you want to do, let me know. She paid my rent. She bought phones for me. I cannot use phones more than 6 months. I have to give it out. She'll buy another one. In those days that we use Ariba. You can send me airtime. I don't even know what to use it for. Okay, once in a month, she'll take me to boutique and say, choose whatever you want. Choose 4 long sleeves, 4 short sleeves, and then there are 2 shoes and whatever. I pick them up. Well, after I completed my tertiary institution, education, and then I got married, she feels that, well, he's now a responsible man.
Yeah.
And she herself told me, you are no more a baby to be pampered. Be a man and take care of your home. And that ended that support. So there are stages as we grow. And every stage with those that God will send to us based on our special need. For example, if you are going to the tertiary or the secondary school, you only need those that will feed your chop box.
Yeah.
And there are people that will buy you gari and buy you shito, you know, get you some small handkerchiefs to be used. And after you finish and you want to venture into business, you need another environment.
Yeah.
Somebody who can teach you about business, introduce you to certain businesses, and then those that will invest their money into it. At that time, it's not about gari and shito.
Yeah.
You need some dollars to make things work. So you need a face of people that God will bring on your way to help you become what you want to be. So if you ask anybody who is prominent in life, they will tell you they move life in stages, and every stage of your need with those that God will make available for you to fulfill your dreams.
All right. So how can one identify and seize opportunities that come from destiny helpers? How can I be able to identify if I should meet you now? Let's say you are my destiny helper. How do I get to know? And what do I do for me to benefit from that opportunity?
One of the ways to know your destiny helper is the unconditional love they have for you. Number two, they will not be needing anything for you. There's nothing like what some of us call maybe friends with benefit.
Yeah, my next question was on that actually.
They have nothing to yes, they have nothing to benefit from you. They love you genuinely. They have nothing to benefit from you. And where you are going, they have passed that level.
Okay.
Where you want to be, they are already there. These are not people that want to take advantage over you. Mm-hmm. You could sense the connection. You could sense the kind of genuine love that they have for you. And they also have track record of how many people they were able to help.
Okay.
And confirming that you are not the only person they are doing this to. And to also do that, there are no terms and conditions.
Because nowadays, the help comes.
Yes.
But then with a lot of terms and conditions, especially if it is from the opposite sex.
Yes.
If you are a lady, say you go looking for a job, or you need help from anybody, and the person happens to be a male, most of the times it comes with a condition. So that means that person cannot be termed as your destiny helper.
These are contractors. They always want to benefit whatever help they give to somebody else.
They said there is no free lunch anymore.
No, there is. I can testify.
Okay.
I've met a lot of good people in my life.
Okay.
The woman I was talking about, she's a woman, she wasn't married at that time. She has never taken advantage over me. And I've met people like that. So it's just that maybe at the job market, people, where they realize that we have a lot of applicants, yes, job becomes a problem in the system. So those that have those opportunities want to take advantage over other people. But in real sense, these are not divine helpers. These are divine contractors.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So as an individual, what sort of mindset and qualities do I have to possess in order to attract a destiny helper?
There's one thing I like about great people. They have seen it all.
Okay.
They've tried to help people that took advantage over them. Mm-hmm. They have helped people who make nonsense out of their help. They've invested wrongly in the life of other people, and their investment became a waste.
Yeah.
So every successful person who has what you are looking for, they are very careful, because they have acquired a lot of experiences out of people they related to. So one of the mindset you must have in order to attract a divine helper, number one, is sincerity and genuineness.
Okay.
You are able to prove to everybody that you are sincere and you are genuine.
Okay.
Whatever you are asking for, they have confidence that what you are asking for is what you need. Okay. So you must be genuine. And this genuineness and sincerity I'm talking about should be a character, both an outward and an inward character, which you have exhibited over a period of time.
Okay.
People watching and seeing you over a period of time, they can trust and have confidence in you that you are exceptional. Number two, you must be hardworking. Nobody would like to waste his little resources. You must be hardworking. And this hard work, you may be doing it without knowing that you are being monitored and watched by other people.
Yeah.
Yes, I told you I left my parents. That was far back in 1995. I was very young at that time. I've lived with people, and they've been able to help me all my life. I always meet people because they will sit down, they will monitor you, your ups and downs, your in and out, the way you dress, the way you greet people, the way you talk to people, how you answer people. When they put a work into your hands, how accountable you are, how fervent you are in your actions and deed, makes people to feel that if I can help this person, you'll be useful tomorrow. So just like I'm saying, number 2, hard work.
Okay.
You be somebody who is working so hard that people seeing your sweat, your diligence, and your commitment, decided sometimes not that they have, but they feel that you need it more than they are. Then they're able to support you, actualize it. The last one probably is godliness.
Okay.
Godliness. You are a young man, you need help, and they see you with one girl today, tomorrow another one, the third day a different one. How can people help you? Godliness is a key. When people realize that you are godly, you go to church, you live a life according to the word of God, you have nothing to hide, they can see how transparent your life is. They'll be willing to come in and come through for you.
Okay, so aside these qualities you mentioned, does faith and spirituality also have anything to do in attracting destiny helpers?
Oh yes. Oh yes. The Bible says that the just shall live by faith. And without faith, no one can please God. After you have worked hard, after you have prayed, after you have exercised diligence and hard work, the next thing is to trust God.
Okay.
Because it is God who's going to bring the people. Sometimes there are people that you've never met. There's one woman I met, it was later before I get to know her full name. Okay. And this woman has been supporting me for 3.5 years, and we've never met.
Wow.
Yes, I don't know her from anywhere. She's a midwife, but now she has retired.
Okay.
And I can mention about 6 people. That there's one lady that also been supporting. Every month, the person send me. For about 4 years now, I've not met the person.
Is it that you just connected online, or
they just decided they have been listening to me on radio?
Oh, okay.
And they just decided, I've even announced on radio, I'm looking for so and so, without telling them the reason the person has never shown up. Okay, so how do they do that? It has to do with faith, believing that the step I'm taking is bigger than mine.
Okay.
I don't have resources, I don't have family members supporting me, but there is God that I serve, that anything I need, He can use anybody around me to supply all my needs. So faith also forms a key when it comes to divine helpers. Your belief in God in terms of your needs can commit God to raise men for you. So faith is important. You keep believing God in the midst of your hard work, in the midst of your honesty and sincerity. You keep believing God that God can come through, and then you will use anybody to be of help to you.
Okay.
Yes.
We've spoken about some qualities, faith and spirituality. What about networking and then the relationships we do have as individuals? Okay.
Then that will take us to look at different types of divine helpers we have.
Okay.
We have burden lifters.
Okay.
Maybe you are so much stranded with your rent, and somebody hearing it just come and give you money. And that is sorted. That is your divine helper. That person is a burden lifter.
Okay.
Then we have men of influence. They are already the gatekeepers in every community. You see them. When we talk about money, talk about influence, talk about greatness, they are already there. Now, your connection to them can change your life forever. Sometimes, if they decide to be a blessing to you, one-time blessing can be more than your 3 years labor. These are people that can just call anybody for you, and they will honor it. So we have men of influence.
Okay.
They can also be your destiny helpers. Then we have divine connectors. Divine connectors are those that they don't have the money to give you, but they know people that you don't know. Yes, they can be able to tell you, oh, you can do call somebody and say, okay, this lady is coming to you, listen to her and be of help to her.
Yeah.
But that person cannot offer you anything. But he has people that can offer you something that they don't have. These are people that by their recommendation, people develop confidence and trust in you.
Yeah.
Not because they know you, but somebody talks to them about you.
Okay.
Yes. Then we have destiny helpers by advice.
Okay.
Somebody can just sit you down and talk to you 5 minutes, and you can carry it the rest of your life. This can guide and direct you and caution you to take certain steps that helps you in life. So we have different types of divine helpers. So there are some that just came where they cannot offer you anything, but they have recommendations to make.
Okay.
And that can be a blessing to your life.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So my question is in two forms.
Okay.
As individuals, do we make mistakes or some mistakes that pushes away our destiny helpers? And if we do, how can we rectify that?
Wow. I think this is one of the best questions so far. There are some people, once you have made yourself available to help, they'll push all their burdens on you. They only came to help. The truth is that in life, 75% must come from us,
Okay.
and 25 come from other people. If you want your life to be driven by outsiders, it will take you a longer time to arrive. You should be able to drive your life 75%, and then 25% of others come to assist you. So one of the ways that repel and drive away divine helpers is too much of demand. Somebody say, okay, I'm going to pay your school fees. Then you now add mobile phone. Now you add data. Now you add rent. You add so many things, and all the time you are calling and you are texting. That is number one. Number two, one of the ways that drives away divine helpers is that the person doesn't intend to build fellowship, relationship, and friendship. Anytime there's a call, Sonia, can you send me data? Anytime you see the person text message, Sonia, can you send me 10 CDs? If it's a WhatsApp message, can you send me transport? They will never call. They will never check on you.
Yeah.
They have no genuine love for you. Anytime you hear from them, it's about something they need from you. If you are that type, no divine helper will stay with you for long. And the last one is unfaithfulness. They will give you money, go and do this, then you use the money for something else. I know people, when I was at university, that they will send them money for school fees. They will go and chill with the money. And then later, they will be sacked from school. And they have to go home. So if somebody decided to use his hard-earned money to assist you become what you are planning to be, and you divert the money to do certain things that does not collide with where you are going, definitely they will walk away. And I think lastly, if you just feel that they are your place of rest, they should take care of you forever.
Yeah.
After maybe they've helped you to learn the skill, you are not willing to go and also fend for yourself. You still want them to take care of you. After you have finished the skill, you want them to help you. After you are married, you want them to help you. After you have 3 kids, you want them to help you. They will walk away. So divine helpers, one of their major reasons is to help you pursue your dreams. If you divert it yourself, you will sack them from you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you mentioned the mistakes. Now, I don't know if it's going to be in a form of advice as to how to avoid these mistakes in order not to drive them away.
First of all, you must know that they came into your life because of what they saw you do.
Okay.
So concentrate on that. Maybe they realized that after you wrote your BC, you got good grades. Then they put you to school, maybe to a secondary. Concentrate knowing that I got here by the
Because
good grade
of-
I got
yeah.
when I wrote my
BC.
BC. Once you lose focus on that, you fail. So my best advice is that anything that you were doing that attracted divine helpers into your life, concentrate on that and amplify it.
Okay.
Do it the more. Once somebody at your back is watching, somebody beside you is also watching. We attract divine helpers by the vision we carry. We attract divine helpers by the dream we decide to pursue. We attract divine helpers by the kind of life that we live. And when people come to us because of the life that we are living and the vision we intend to pursue, we have to keep at it and stay focused. And that is what will bring more into your life.
Okay.
Once you lose focus on that, you go down. So let's focus on things that we're doing that brought people on our way.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll take you back a little.
Okay.
We spoke about faith and spirituality as well. So is it appropriate to say that the opposite of faith is self-doubt?
Can we come again?
Can you say that the opposite of faith is self-doubt?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So as an individual, how do you deal with this syndrome
Okay.
in order to attract destiny helpers?
Until you believe in yourself, nobody will believe in you.
Okay.
Once you have doubt, your energy will go down. Once you have doubt, your mentality about life will be very poor and negative. And this is going to poison other people around you. So, you must do away with self-doubt and amplify self-confidence, because nobody cares to know your fears. All they care to know is what you are driving to become.
Okay.
So keep your focus on what is driving you, not circumstances around you. So even if people decided to help you and you don't have confidence in yourself, you don't have faith in yourself, it will be difficult to make it work. And remember that people came into your life to make things work. And you can only help them make things work by being confident in yourself that come what may, God will come through and help me achieve them. So your self-confidence will help you to overcome self-doubt. And once you increase self-doubt, it will kill other dreams and visions around you.
Yeah.
And that may scare people around, people away from you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, as someone who needs a destiny helper, when helping others, can it attract a destiny helper to you?
Oh, yes. I keep saying that what you are looking for, look for somebody who is also looking for something else.
Okay.
And be a blessing to them.
Okay.
We help upwards. Once we climb, we also help other people climb. When you are at the top, it is easy to pull people up. So whilst you are believing God for divine helpers to walk into your life, there are people below you that you can also help in your little way. And by so doing, this can open other opportunities into your life. Very, very important. There is a young man I used to help some years back, I think 2007. And sometimes you come in the afternoon needing some money for Gary here and there, not knowing that he had an uncle who was living abroad.
Okay.
But never minded them, never supported them. So one time the uncle came from abroad, and then looking at the young man, he decided to help the young man travel along with him to America. So some few months later, they traveled. And those days, once in a while, the young man would send me some few dollars. But at the time I was helping him, you could not do anything to help me. But by helping him, you see, when you are down, when people are down, you don't know when God will lift them. So you don't only have to concentrate on those who are at the top, because they have already reached there. The surprises normally come from those lying on the floor. God can lift them. God can surprise you. God can change their story. God can wipe their tears. God can promote them. The least that you expected is what they will become. So whilst we look out for divine helpers, we can equally create opportunities for ourselves, helping those below us, because we don't know when they will get to where they want to be.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
So aside the qualities you mentioned, aside the networking, aside all that you spoke about in order to attract destiny helpers, aside the faith, the spirituality, what if as an individual you have all of that, but then you still feel stuck? What should you do?
Two things are involved. Number one, it could be your environment.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some dreams, they can never be hatched in certain environment. For example, you can't plant a grain on a rice farm, and you cannot plant rice on a cassava farm. There are people with good dreams and visions, but the environment they find themselves does not assist what they carry. So if you realize that you have all these things, but you still lack divine helpers, it means that the environment you find yourself is not good for that seed that you are carrying. For example, if you find yourself in a community that everybody is struggling to survive, and you want them to help you,
that's not possible.
That's not possible. And the richest man in that village is a bicycle rider. And you cannot help people beyond what you have and who you are. Okay, you can only help people based on what you have. Acts chapter 3 verse 1, Peter and John said that, okay, silver and gold we don't have, but such as we have, we are giving it to you. And what did they give to the man? They gave the man healing instead of money, because they didn't have money. So no man can help you beyond themselves. So if you carry a dream and a vision and you lack divine helpers, it could be because the environment you find yourself. I met a pastor yesterday, Pastor Philip Grace, and he said, Reverend, you are doing so well, but the difference between you and those in Accra is money. Accra, you can just go and pray for a big man and then he give one of the cars to drive home. But most businessmen and rich men, they have only one car. So what car will they give you as a man of God for your work? Okay. So there are certain dreams, the environment doesn't help us. And number two, there could be some spiritual issues.
Okay.
Either family curse, spirit of delay and stagnation, demonic attacks, operation pull him or her down.
Somebody will say your village people after you.
Can you imagine? Yes. Spiritual things are real. There are family altars, they exist. There are witches, they exist. There are curses on the bloodline, they exist. I have met people of that. One man, I think 2009, he had first class at university. He wrote applications for jobs for about 7 years. Nobody was willing to employ this man. We prayed and prayed for this man. Later, I didn't hear from him. 3-4 years later, we heard that the guy died.
Oh.
Yes, so I've known people like that. I have a little business in Accra. One man came to us begging, I think that was 4 years ago, begging that we should employ him. And this is a man with master's degree.
Wow.
And at that time, he was working in the wood factory and they were paying him 3 cedis a day. So he wanted us to employ him to do Momo business. We have Momo business to do it for us so we can pay him monthly. And I did not believe it. And my wife asked him to bring
his certificates.
Yes, and he brought them. This a master degree holder who wrote applications in every company, and nobody called him. And he was sleeping in the wood factory, and every day 3 cedis. So spiritual things are very real. There are intelligent people, there are people with dreams and visions, but nobody is coming through to help them because there are forces that are sucking people away from them. So you can have all these qualities and you are still struggling because, as you have said, your village people may be after you.
Okay.
I remember before 11 say this.
Please
we when we were about to wrap up our university education, one gentleman was in a different department.
Okay.
Was left with only the last paper for him to write and become a graduate. And then a young lady walked from nowhere who was also on campus and hugged the guy, and the guy kissed the young lady. And there was a chancellor standing right there who called the young man and said, "So you could kiss a lady in front of me?
Yeah.
How dare you What are we trained to become? They sacked the young man to leave that same moment. You were left with last people to write to become a graduate. So village demons are real. So let me say this. If you are listening to us and you have set problems, you need to know God. Yes, spiritual things remain spiritual. It doesn't matter how you interpret and how you see it. Look for God. Look for Christ. And above all, look for a man of God that can help you in prayers and directions, and you'll be free. If not, you will have all the beauty, you will have all the qualifications, you have all the certificate, and you will still be drinking Kivo Gary.
No. The rich also take that too.
There's a way some take it for pleasure, just for taste, and some take it because they have no any other option. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yes. Well, before you give us your final word or advice, I would like you to share with us if you have any personal experience with regards to destiny helpers, most especially those who came to help you, not the other way around. If you have any experience like that you would want to share to motivate our viewers, kindly do so.
Wow. I remember that was 2006 when I moved to Ho.
Okay.
I moved to Ho. I had no money for accommodation because a certain ministry wanted to work with me, and I said, we want you to be our resident pastor. We'll get accommodation for you. The church will pay you. I was a administrator of a Bible school. The school equally pay you. And when I got there, it wasn't like that. They were also struggling financially. Not that they refused to, but they didn't get any way out. I was sleeping in somebody's office for several months. If you know the Chief Palace in Ho, in front of it, there's a gutter there. I'll go and hide under the gutter 4 a.m. and bath. Because there was no even a washroom closer.
Yeah. And
I have to do that, wake up early in the morning, prepare the place, and then move out so that people can come and work. Life was very horrible. One day we were doing a program, and then you had to register those who want to be participants. So one woman walked in. I said, young man, you are very handsome. Can I have your number? Then I gave the number out. But I was very scared. But this is a woman who is a little bit older than
you.
And at that time too, I was not all that exposed. So for a woman to tell a young man that you are handsome, a lot of meaning went into it. So one day the young lady called, the woman called me and said, are you in the office? I say yes. Say, I'm coming there. Then he came. That was the first day they brought in the 1 CD note. I think something July.
Okay.
Yes, the 5 CD notes and
the
1 CD
new
note.
Short ones.
He brought a full bundle, 200 Ghana cedis, brand new 1 CD, 200 Ghana cedis, and give it to me. I thought that was enough. Few days later, he said, "Are you around?" I said, "Yes." Say, "Come down." Because the office was a story building. I came down. The woman gave me money, gave me dresses, and even took me again to boutique shop. From there, the woman started taking care of me. In fact, it was like a dream. Anything about me, she's concerned. Unless I don't tell her I want to travel, she will ask me where you are going, how much will it take for you to be there?
Yeah.
Yes, then she will just send me money. And that really changed my life story. Everything about me changed by meeting that woman. Then I thought that was enough. When the woman was about to give up, based on other factors, she was now becoming a family woman, had children, and they were going to universities and all that. Then another woman, Mama Agnes Chapa, who was a midwife, also came through. And I can tell you, it really helped.
Okay.
It really helped.
That's very touching.
Yes.
But then, was it that she was watching you from afar, or how did she get to know the situation before coming in?
Okay, the first woman, like I spoke about, when she came, like the way I spoke with her. No, we came to fill a form. I have to take my time, talk to her, ask her questions, fill the form, and pray with her. No, so she was touched. She said, "Young man," then she took my number. So the way I received her.
Yeah.
But the second woman, she watched me for over 4 years and realized this is a guy who really loved God. who want to do ministry and needed help. And then he supported, and God has brought us this far.
Wow, we thank God for your life.
Yes.
Anyway, before you go, your final advice to our viewers, kindly look into your camera and then talk to us.
Well, if you are a young man listening to us, divine helpers are very real. But they can only come into your life by the way you carry yourself. I keep advising the young ones, carry yourself responsibly. There are people watching you. You will think that people don't know you. They know you so well. Anywhere you pass, there are people monitoring your life. And after they monitor your life for a while, if they are convinced of the dream you carry and the way you carry yourself, they will come through to help you. Don't think that people are not watching you. They do. So live your life so well. You may think the eyes are not on you, but I'm telling you once again, there are people monitoring your life day in and day out. And if they are convinced that you are a young man, you are a young woman of dreams and visions, God will touch their hearts to meet your needs. And every dream that you carry can become a reality. So live a highly responsible life, live an honest life, and live a life that pleases God, and God himself will bring men and women on your way to help you. He knows your heart desires. I keep advising the young ones, don't dress like a prisoner. People will dress and then they don't even know the difference between their waist and their buttocks. When you do that, you may think that you are practicing fashion, but most responsible people may think that you are a hooligan.
Yeah.
So the way you carry yourself determines the people you attract. We attract who we are. We attract what we do. We attract what we invite. So you don't cut your hair anyhow. You don't style your hair anyhow. And you don't dress anyhow. And you don't appear anyhow. I like this man, Bishop Oyedepo, who said that people will always address you the way you dress. Your appearance is a true picture of who you are. In 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 17, it said, man look into the outward appearance of a man, but God look into the heart. So once God look into the heart, we are not God. We can only see your outward appearance. The way you appear and the way you talk, the way you handle things are the things that we judge with. So if you can live well and conduct yourself right, God who is in heaven knows that you need help and you bring them on your way. You need to create a channel for them to come through. You need to open the door for them to come through. Nobody will just meet you and say, I want to help you, until they see you doing something that really needs help. And they are convinced that by contributing to what you're doing, it can amount to something great in your life. So once we become responsible, we will leave the rest in the hands of God to make it work. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Reverend, for always feeding us.
Welcome.
Most of the times, I get a lot of tips from you.
Wow.
To guide my life with. So it's always a pleasure sitting with you and talking with you. Thank you for your time once again, and may God bless you for all you do for DS Online TVGH. Yeah, viewers, you've heard it all. I don't have anything to say again. It depends on you. If you have picked something from today's discussion, then good for you. If you haven't, please go back, watch the video again, pick something and guide your life with it. Now, if you are still not following us on any of our channels, kindly do so. It is always DS Online TVGH. Follow us, give us a like, leave your comments, share, and let's grow together. Until we come your way, it's a bye for now, but then do not forget to keep taking good care of yourself. See you some other time.